Okay, this is right now. It's part of the damage is occurring right along 19th Street and more.
In May of 2013, central Oklahoma was hit by 3 days of deadly tornadoes, including the largest ever recorded. The human death toll has been well documented: 34 dead, hundreds injured. The story of the animals in the paths of these killer storms and the people who came to their rescue has never been told.
Yeah, here's a piece of wood that was stuck in her neck. Probably euthanized 7-8 head of horses right after I got there till I run out of euthanasia solution. And then there was a small animal veterinarian that just happened to be walking by that had some more bottles, so we went ahead and used those up.
There was a horse, and how he got there, I don't know. He was in the center of this daycare center, and the fellow who had stopped to help and some other passersby were actually taking some of the debris and building a ramp to get this horse out of the center of the daycare center. And there was no other animals alive. Nothing was alive except for this one horse.
I knew that as soon as it happened, we were going to have a lot of animals that needed to be taken care of.
They just came out of the cellar and they had a lot of cattle down that was injured, broken legs. Their horses was injured, no fences, running everywhere. And is there any way I could get there?
We did have them out here in the pastures, and 4 of them was across the road and 1 of them was down the road. And there was 1 horse that was in this pasture, was across 2 pipe fences. How he got over there, we don't know, but...
You know, one of these horses that presented from Kearney, they had to cut him out of a tree. He was in the top of a tree.
The wildlife were impacted. And just because they don't have names, they don't live in your house, doesn't mean that their whole lives haven't been turned upside down either. They're injured, they lose everything. Their habitat is totally gone, their territories are gone, they're hurt, they've lost their children.
It was overwhelming. Several times I would be choked up, my husband as well, because of just the generosity of people to reunite animals and wanting to see that happen and not giving up.
While he and his family were cleaning up the debris at their house, he found this little turtle that apparently flew into his yard. I brought Franklin here and she stayed with us for a number of weeks until one day I got a message that said, "I think you might have my turtle."
Hank was against the wall that the tornado hit and see the lights there.
And we were able to follow up with a very happy reunion with the teacher and her students.
There were veterinarians from all over the state that came, there were technicians that came, there were people that just came to walk dogs, that came to move dog food. I mean, the things that go into it you don't ever understand until you have to live it, and it's a big job. I mean, there's a big job with a lot of parts.
We actually had Oklahomans who'd lost what they had would come up to Red Cross members and say, "Are you okay?" And you think about that, that says about everything I can say about Oklahoma. It was remarkable to see what we could do and how we pulled together.
I think that's what these unfortunate events, you know, they bring people together through emotion and willingness and desire to help and make it better next time. And you go back and you do.
A new documentary by the Emmy Award-winning team of Jennifer Reynolds and Chris Cook, featuring the legendary Oklahoma meteorologist Gary England, will tell that story. Nature versus nature, the animal victims of the May 2013 tornadoes.